Hello, movie lovers! Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'm bringing you my new Blu-ray and DVD shopping guide and reviews for Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. I know this week's video is a little late. Around this time of year, things always get really crazy at work, and I've been working mostly like 9.5, 10-hour days, and this week I ended up working 6 days, and I just could not get caught up, not only on movies I needed to watch, but just time to record the video. In fact, it took me 3 days to get through Iron Mask, not necessarily because of the movie, but I just kept falling asleep, and I couldn't get through it, and that was what really kind of put me so far behind, because I had to get home from work, hurry up and get my daughter ready for her online school, and then when that was over, try to watch a movie before I had to go to sleep. And it's just nothing I can do. I'd like to apologize, but not really a lot I can do about that. And this isn't my job, so gotta put my job and my family first. But I do have quite a few things here, well, not a ton, but a few things here to review. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be doing a couple of upcoming giveaways on there. I've kind of like just, the pressure has been so bearing down on me. I'm not going to be working on the website here for at least the rest of the year, pretty much. And I don't know, maybe less after that. But for now, I'm going to stick to be doing reviews and shopping guides and unboxings and the stuff that's fun and I enjoy, and trying to dedicate as much time as I can to that. So let's get into it, guys. I hope you guys do still appreciate the video. There are still reviews in here. Like, I know it's technically Wednesday, the movie's released on Tuesday, but let's talk about them anyway. So first up, we have Train to Busan presents Peninsula. This one's releasing on a 4K and Blu-ray combo pack. Amazon and Target $34.49, Best Buy $23.99, and Walmart $32.11. It is also releasing on a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. Amazon and Best Buy $16.99, Walmart $29.98, and Target $29.99. Also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Target $12.99, and Best Buy $14.99. Now, Welgo USA did send me over a copy of Train to Busan presents Peninsula for review. I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for Train to Busan on my channel. So this movie takes place, I believe, 5 years after Train to Busan, which I never saw. And so it's about, there was this outbreak, and it basically created kind of like zombie-like people. I don't know if they really called them zombies, but they're kind of like zombie-like people in Korea. So now Korea, or South Korea, or whatever it was, has been like completely closed off, isolated, and I don't think the outbreak has spread beyond that. It's just kind of all contained. And so these guys tell these other guys who actually escaped from Korea, they're kind of like, you go back, there's a lot of money just sitting there waiting to be got. Go there, get it, get out, and you'll get a small percentage of it. So it's like, at that point, why wouldn't you just take all the money yourself? But so this team of guys, I think there's one woman, go to find this truck that's got like all these bags of money in the back. Of course, they get there, and there's lots of zombies everywhere, and there's actually a lot of survivors still there, which I think was kind of surprising. And it's kind of like this military group has taken over, and it's almost like a lawless country, and it's just like the people versus the zombies. And so basically the whole movie is about different people trying to escape with the money. I don't want to say like all the original people die, but I'm definitely going to say they all don't make it to the end. And so they're trying to get this money out because there's going to be an extraction, and they'll get to keep a percentage of the money. And so that is the entire movie. Now, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. There is a ton of CGI in this. Just like a lot of the outdoor scenes, a lot of the car driving scenes. They're using a lot of CGI because obviously it's hard to close down a town and film a movie. But I thought it was all really well done. It's not top notch, but it's pretty well done, and I thought the story was very interesting. I definitely enjoyed it. This did have English dubbing in it, and it's definitely one to check out. I give this one a 3.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Next up is Iron Mask. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy $14.99, and Target $17.99. Also releasing on a DVD. Walmart $12.96, Amazon and Target $12.99, Best Buy $13.99. Now Lionsgate did send me over a copy of Iron Mask for review, and I did post an unboxing of that. If you'd like to check it out, just search for Iron Mask on my channel. So this movie kind of has going for it that it has Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan. So I was very surprised at 2-hour runtime on this movie, and to be honest, like, the movie doesn't really get going to the second hour. In fact, by the time the second hour came around, I forgot what the movie was even about. So in the very beginning, they introduced us to this dragon, and it was, I don't know if at the beginning if it was like a willing participant or was being held against its will or what, but basically its eyelashes came down and into the ground and came back up as tea leaves, and these tea leaves had like healing powers, and then there was like these white magicians or something that were protecting him, and then there were the dark magicians who wanted to abuse him and make more leaves or whatever it was. And so none of that's really mentioned again until after the first hour is over. The first hour kind of establishes the characters, and there's a lot of characters. It was hard to keep them all, like what everybody's doing. But basically Arnold Schwarzenegger is like the warden of this prison. I believe it was in England, and Jackie Chan is an inmate there. And I don't know if they ever explain why he's there or who put him there, but he's there. And so we do get an Arnold versus Jackie Chan fight. It's not very long. I mean, it was cool to see, but it would have been much cooler to see in their prime. It's kind of like strength versus speed and who would win. And, it was a cool fight, but I definitely would have liked to see it when they were a lot younger. So then the second hour of the movie, basically, we get to this town where Jackie Chan is, I guess, the king, he would be. And his daughter is the princess, and she comes back. And this other of the dark magicians has kind of taken over the town and pretended that she's the actual princess. And they're trying to get this dragon medallion. And that's kind of what the majority of the movie is about. Trying to get this medallion so they can control the dragon. And, I like the second hour. Like, I thought the second hour is definitely interesting. Like I said, it was a little too long of a movie. I would say a half hour less would have helped this movie quite a bit. But visually, this movie looked great. It was so bright and colorful and clear, and it was really fun to look at. And overall, the story was all right, and the acting was all right. There were a lot of questions that I had that I just feel like they didn't answer to. I was a little confused on. I gave this a 3 out of 5. If nothing else, it's worth watching for the Arnold and Jackie Chan fight. But the story too, like I said, once they get into it and you actually know what's going on, it is pretty interesting. Next up, Buddy Games is releasing on a DVD and digital combo pack. Walmart $12.96, Amazon and Target $12.99, Best Buy $13.99. Now, Paramount Home Entertainment did send over a copy of Buddy Games for review. I have not posted an unboxing of this yet. I just barely got it on Monday, so I am hoping to post an unboxing of this one soon. But kind of a cool cast on this. I didn't really know everybody in it, but a couple of people that I like, Dak Shepard, nice just to see him back in a comedy here. And so this was about these guys. So most of the movie takes place 5 years after an event at the beginning of the movie. So these guys, I guess they would have been, 30 or 35 or something, and they compete in these yearly games, and they're just kind of like these crazy games they come up with, and there's a champion. And basically it seems like kind of like a weekend for them all to get together and get drunk and do stupid stuff and whatnot, but they don't go into that a whole lot. And there's basically kind of an accident, and one of the participants gets very injured, and they kind of all break up, and it's not said for sure, but it seems like all of them haven't seen each other, or very few of them have seen each other in the last 5 years. And it's found out that one of them is like on drugs and suicidal, and he's just like not doing good, and they decide to bring these buddy games back together to kind of save him and kind of really save everybody. Now, I thought this movie was definitely funny. Like, I definitely found myself laughing, and there were lots of good moments. It wasn't hilarious. I wasn't hysterically laughing, but I thought it was funny. Now, I watch movies like this, and I always kind of think like, does Hollywood think people are really like this? And well, I think they exaggerate the stories and the characters. I feel like the core elements are true to life a lot of times, in that, I think like a lot of us feel when we're younger, we feel, when you get to a certain age, like that's your life, everything. But I don't think you ever get to that point. You're always lost. You're always confused. And even people who seem like they have their life together a lot better, they're still confused. And this is about a bunch of middle-aged men trying to really find themselves and their friendships. And it was a very interesting movie. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I wish it had been funnier. I did expect a little more out of it. I just was expecting something funnier. That's all it is to me. And it was crude, raunchy humor for sure. Next up is Sleepless Beauty. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon, $22.99. Now, Epic Pictures did send me over a copy of Sleepless Beauty for review. I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for Sleepless Beauty on my channel. Now in this movie, I did get kind of lost. I was just a little lost at what was going on. And then towards the end, I remembered, what they were talking about at the very beginning. Because at the very beginning, there's kind of like this assassination attempt on, I don't remember what he was. He must have been a politician or something. And it was in another country, Russia maybe, since it isn't Russian. But they talk about their next plan, and I kind of forgot all about that, and we just kind of get tossed into this story about these people who kidnapped this woman, and they're doing like some sort of dark web live stream of what they're doing to her, and there's like torturing her. And basically what happens is they kidnap her and they put her in this room, and they won't let her sleep, and that's why they call it Sleepless Beauty, because she can't sleep. I don't know if there's a specific amount of time, but they'll basically give her like these clues, and but they don't give her the whole story, and she could use the clues to escape, but she doesn't really know how to use them. And so throughout the day, they kind of have like, she has to watch this thing on a VR set, and we do eventually see what she's watching. It's just kind of this weird garbage, I don't even know, just really weird imagery. And then they'll kind of put her in these situations. Well, not really too much physically torturing her. They did like kind of cattle prod her or whatever. They're mostly like putting her in a box, or there'll be another person there, and they're going to do something to that person. And so the whole I don't want to get into what the whole thing was. Like I said, I was just kind of confused why they were doing it, and they weren't really explaining anything. But then like I said, I remember back to the beginning, and they do eventually just kind of come right out and say it. So if you're not sure, they do come right out and say it. It's a pretty simple movie, not a lot of story to it. I did find that it was kind of interesting though. Like I wanted to see what they were going to do and why, and how things were going to turn out and what was going to happen. So in that way, it was kind of interesting, but there's pretty much no story going on. No reason to really care too much about the character. And overall, I thought it was an average movie. I gave it 2.5 out of 5. Next up is Better Call Saul Season 5. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray. Walmart $27.95. Amazon and Best Buy $22.99, and Target $33.99. Also releasing on a DVD. Amazon, Target, and Walmart $27.49. Best Buy $27.99. Next up is The Irishman, releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon $19.99, Best Buy $27.99, Walmart $39.95, and Target $39.99. Also releasing on a DVD. Amazon $14.99, Walmart $17.26, Target $17.29, and Best Buy $22.99. I do have a couple movies to review that have already been released even before the 24th. First up, The Broken Hearts Gallery was sent over to me for review by Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, and I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for The Broken Hearts Gallery on my channel. So this was kind of a romantic comedy. They're definitely calling it a romantic comedy, but I feel in a lot of ways it's not real heavy on the romance or the comedy. It's about this young woman who basically breaks up with this guy, or he breaks up with her. His ex-girlfriend comes back, and they get back together, and they kind of break up. And it's her, I don't know if it was her boss, I think, at this art gallery she worked at. And her friends just say she's like really destructive, and she keeps all these little mementos of her ex-boyfriends, and they say she needs to get rid of it, and she's like finally convinced to get rid of it, but she can't find anyone to take it or give it away, and I guess she doesn't want to throw it away. So she decides to start her own gallery, and people are going to bring in their mementos from their exes. But she doesn't really have anywhere to do it, so she meets this guy, and he's remodeling or rebuilding or renovating this building and turning it into a hotel. And basically she's going to have her gallery there and help him pay for everything. And of course these two kind of have a very light romance. Like, it, I don't know, it just doesn't, to me, doesn't seem like your typical romance story. You know, overall, I like the characters. Like I said, it was kind of funny. I laughed some. And I definitely enjoyed the story. You know, I thought it was a fun story, definitely interesting story. I gave this one a 3 out of 5. You know, it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but there are definitely things to it I enjoyed. Last up, guys, this week, Epic Pictures sent over The Curse of Audrey Earnshaw for review. I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for The Curse of Audrey Earnshaw on my channel. So this one was about these Irish settlers who had come to America, and they kind of just closed themselves off in this their own kind of private village, cut off from the world, and they didn't really kind of update with the times or anything, and they were just kind of stuck in this village. And basically the ground had gone bad, and they were like, they couldn't grow crops, and everybody keeps getting sick, and it seems like everybody's dying constantly in this movie. It's like, how are people even there? Like, they're dying so quickly, they're just dropping like flies. And so all except for this one woman who, they say her farm is like doing well. You don't really ever see it, but they all believe that she's entered into some sort of witchcraft, and this is why she's doing so well and they're doing so poorly. She has a daughter that she keeps secret, and basically the secret gets out that she has a daughter, and the daughter kind of wants to take revenge on all the people who have wronged their mom and her. And, you know, it was a little bit of a slow movie, but I definitely found it very interesting about these people in this secluded area. And, you know, I thought this movie was definitely decent, above average. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, where you can find more information, including affiliate links to purchase all these movies down in the description below. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, check out videos, and I'll see you guys next time.